Institutions of higher education by design are not intentionally designed to be incredibly responsive to the changing times of a community. Institutions have work to be done. There's room for growth to improve our policies, our practices, our procedures around supporting student success.
Success rates haven't changed for whatever it is 30 years, so things aren't going the way we want them to be going. And to me that says, if you want a different result, you can't keep doing the same thing.
Having an opportunity that was structured, that was calendared, 4 months out, and was really a dedicated space to interrogate some of these issues, to meet with colleagues and see what their own personal narrative was, how that's informed their practice, I thought was an amazing opportunity.
I was really excited to participate in ETS because I feel like it connects to my core mission as an educator. When I think about why I work with students and what our students face and their struggles, I really think it always comes down to inequality of opportunity. I think that our students want what everybody else wants. They want access to education and economic opportunity and healthcare. And I think a lot of structures are set up so that they're not getting those opportunities. And to me, it felt like by joining ETS, I would have a chance to think deeply about my own practices and our practices as an institution, which might contribute to that inequality. And I wanted to do the opposite, right? I wanted to get some work. I wanted to develop into an instructor who could do whatever I can to lessen inequity.
Share those stories both from a personal standpoint to say this is what I have experienced as a student, especially a first-generation female student of color, and this is what has shaped my experience with education and why I don't want someone else to experience this, has been able to, I think, aid in the dialogue that is being able to take place with additional colleagues in a safe space. And I think that that's the most important thing, is it really is a safe space.
Is hearing a lot of people's stories, and I think that's been valuable. And it has inspired in me a need to really understand more frameworks that I can apply to really evaluate what I do every day.
And I liked seeing what their personal take on the equity topic was, and how they would apply that in their position every day by working with students or with their staff members.
But it's a whole different level when you're interacting face-to-face with the professionals and covering topics such as whiteness and unconscious bias. Again, sure, I know what those things are at a high level, but to really peel back the layers and then having that conversation with a professional in conjunction with the students in class, and then having that open conversation.
So I think that that is how this particular training series positively impacts the campus, is because it is from a variety of different divisions on campus, a variety of different kind of statuses and the participants. It really does allow for there to be a broader sense of, okay, let me take a moment, reflect, am I approaching this position with equity when I think about how I'm interacting with my students?
It's nice to have a community that is right at the intersection of theory and practice to disentangle some of this, to really sort of explore the complications and the applicability, and to say, this reminded me of this particular student, this reminded me of maybe something that I want to more carefully examine within my own practice. And it, I think, affords us a great space to look at our work, its import, the urgency of these topics, and to move forward in a thoughtful way.
So ETS is actually filling not just a gap, a gaping hole by creating opportunities for educators and student service providers to have these conversations in a safe and nurturative environment, so that they can begin to kind of interweave their newfound understanding around, it's not new for everybody and it's new to varying degrees, but interweave their understanding of equity and justice and fairness into the work that they do. Because not only does it benefit the students, it benefits them as well.
So the work of this program is that it allows folks, wherever you are in your own personal journey, in your professional journey, to come together in that shared space. And the goal really should be that from wherever you started with ETS, that at the completion of this program, you have journeyed to whatever the next step looks like for you. And I think that that's what this has provided.